either investigate the charges by committee, Article 145.3a, or they can investigate by plenary, like they do for governors. My Lord, I request that my Lords be given our rejoinder submissions, table 1, because I intend to spend a moment or two there. My Lord, the Senate picks the 10-day timeline applicable to the special committee. Remember, they've dropped the committee. They've said, no, we have two options. We are investigating it in plenary. But they retain the 10-day timeline applicable to that special committee. And so, when the Deputy President falls ill, my colleagues have addressed this, the Speaker holds on to the 10-day deadline applicable to the special committee for a plenary hearing. And the members of the Senate vote to deny the Deputy President even the benefit of that 10 days, the balance of it. They say we must conclude our business today. In doing that, the Senate grossly violated the Constitution. My Lord, let me bring your attention to Table 1. In Table 1, we've tabulated the differences between Article 145.3, Senate Standing Order 78 and 80, and Rule 2, Rules of Procedure for removal of the Deputy President by impeachment and governors. My Lord, Article 145.3 does not give two options. It gives one option, and it says that within 7 days after receiving notice of the National Assembly resolution, the Senate Speaker shall convene a meeting of the Senate to hear charges against the President. And the Senate, by resolution, may appoint a special committee comprising 11 of its members to investigate the matter. The special committee has a constitutional function. It investigates the charges for seriousness. Then it reports to the Senate. My Lord, there's a may which seems problematic here, but we'll tell you where that may originated. But as it is, it makes grammatical sense. The Senate must convene within 7 days, and if the Senate convenes in 7 days and the motion is approved, there's something worthy of investigation here, the Senate may appoint the committee. It must not appoint the committee always. Why? Because sometimes you'll find that it's flimsy. The charge is that the Deputy President, the President, wore a yellow shirt. He should have worn green. Or he wore a blue shirt when he should have worn a red one. Flimsy charges. My Lord, the test on threshold has already been laid to you. So literally, grammatically, Article 145.3a has an and. If you go to 143.5b and you begin with the Senate, by resolution, may appoint a special committee comprising 11 of its members to investigate the matter, and you leave the A, what have you done to the and? And is disjunctive. It means you must bring both elements of the law together. Parliament does not waste words. Every word used by Parliament in a law has meaning. And the court must give each word in the law meaning, especially if that law is a constitution. My Lord, staying with Table 1, Standing Order 78, which is a provision applicable to the President, reflects faithfully the wording in Article 145.3, word for word. Then, this is where the original sin happens. Standing Order 80, and that is on page 2 of our Table 1. I really hope that my Lords have it so that we take this argument, because it's a technical one and it's on the details. But when you come to Standing Order 80, which is the procedure applicable to governors and deputy governors, it allows the Senate to investigate in plenary. Standing Order 81 says Within 7 days after receiving the resolution, the Speaker of the Senate shall convene a meeting of the Senate to hear charges against the governor. And the Senate may, 1, by resolution, appoint a special committee comprising 11 of its members to investigate the matter, or investigate the matter in plenary. The Speaker imports this "or" in Standing Order 80, brings it to Standing Order 78, replaces the "and" there. The Senate shall convene and may by resolution appoint a committee. He replaces that "and," he deletes it. He uses "or." So he tells the senators you have two options. You can go investigate this by special committee, or you can investigate it by plenary, like we do for governors. My Lord, if you look at the constitutional article for impeachment of governors, you will not find the kind of detail that you have in Article 145. Why? My learned friend, my senior Professor Guido, will tell you that this Article 145 was intensely debated. It was one of the most contentious provisions in the history of the making of the Constitution. So it comes complete with detail. But the Speaker here replaces the word "or" in Standing Order 80 and takes it to Standing Order 78 to Article 145.3. He deletes "and" implants "or." What misled the Speaker could be is Rule 2. My Lord, that's the last item, number 4, on page 2 of our Table 1. Rule 2, Rules of Procedure, also makes the same mistake. It replaces the legislative word "and" in Article 145 with the "or," disjunctive. My Lord, Rule 2 says the Senate may in plenary investigate the matter and determine whether the particulars of the allegations against the President have been substantiated. It has now omitted. The special committee is gone. So Rule 2 goes to 145.3 and then descends to B by plenary. It's saying the Senate may investigate by plenary. Where did this error originate in the making of our Constitution? My Lord, I go to that because suppose we are not making sense and our argument is too full of grammar, the theory of holistic interpretation requires you to look at the text, which we have done, and the history. What was the history?